Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have any other significant Aquarius placements, there may be a message in here for you. So Aquarius, I'm getting a couple of messages for you. I associate Aquarius energy with the eagle, of course. So I'm getting that energy with you, but it's kind of feeling like you're in your airy, like far removed from something. This was coming through in Libra's reading as well, so you may want to watch that one. But there is this energy of sort of like finding a bit of retreat energy, sort of away from maybe a group or something like that. Or like it's also coming through with Six of Cups energy. So it could be this energy that you're in right now, or it could be that you're removing yourself from a Six of Cups kind of energy, which is kind of coming through as like a nostalgic kind of energy, or you're witnessing something. It kind of feels like you're a bit removed or detached from a Six of Cups energy. So this could be something from the past. The Six of Cups for me is an energy of like non-romantic soulmates. So people who are meant to be in your life. It could be something like friends, or like it was kind of coming through as like childhood best friend. That's how it's coming through. So I don't know, maybe there's something of like an inner child energy that you're healing or you're working with, or that like what the message that was coming through for you was that somebody, I don't know if it's you or somebody that you're like connected to, was trying on an old school uniform. Like that's how it was coming through. And feeling a bit nostalgic for that time, or like there's a bit of like reminiscing happening, or like memories or something like that. Like Six of Cups, the past. But that there is some benefit in that, Aquarius. It is wanting to come through like that there is some benefit in revisiting this past energy, to see how much you have grown and how that experience has shaped you into who you are. That's how it's coming through. So there is benefit in that. But if there is this sort of like detachment, it's kind of feeling like maybe somebody's feeling a bit, I wouldn't say that it's fear necessarily, but it's just like being cautious so that one does not get stuck in that energy, or one doesn't have to redo a cycle because of that. I don't feel like that's an issue, Aquarius, but if the detachment may come from a resistance to a past energy, or like revisiting the past, or like perhaps there are difficult emotions that come with that, or there's something where it's like you don't want to redo a cycle, so you're resisting revisiting some sort of past energy or something like that. Like it's like you don't want to get stuck in the nostalgia, or you don't want the nostalgia to like bring you down, or like something like that. So just being conscious of that, like there is some benefit in doing that. And if there are sort of difficult emotions that come up from that, it's in order for you to clear them. So that's how it's coming through. Okay. I feel like using tarot today because it matches my shirt. Okay, yeah, Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands immediately, like that's what this energy feels like for you, Aquarius. It's almost like you're resisting something that is like that you feel that you've overcome, is actually how it's coming through. That like you feel you've overcome this, or you've gone past something, or it's like you've it feels like something where it's like it was a period of difficulty for you, or it represents something of like a challenge that you have overcome, and it's like maybe you're it is kind of coming through as resistance, like resisting having to go back to something or to revisit something when there may be benefit in that for you. We're going to pull more cards, though, to get more information on that. Ace of Wands. Yeah, interesting. Some inspiration is how it's coming through. A lot of wands, right? So there's something here about like maybe you have to take action on something. Because it almost feels like I don't know. Maybe it's you're resisting some sort of new inspiration is how it's coming through. Because I actually feel like whatever it is it's not it's not a bad thing. That's how it feels. You have Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is not a bad energy, but there's resistance towards it for whatever reason. Like it because it kind of feels like it's something where it's like whatever this Ace of Wands is feels like something that you associate with difficult or challenging energies, or the last cycle that you were in with whatever this Ace of Wands is. It sort of like turned sour is just how it's coming through. It turned sour, or like it sort of like left a bad taste in your mouth, and but the thing is that I feel like there's something here where it's wanting you actually to you're gonna gain something or regain something, or you're gonna see that like how much you have grown from an experience or something like that. But the resistance is not towards the Ace of Wands, it's towards the sourness that came from that experience in the past is how it's coming through. Because I feel like, though, there's something about like you're needing to reclaim this energy here with the Ace of Wands. Yeah, Queen of Wands, all this Wands energy. So Queen of Wands is Aries energy. And there's a lot of planets in Aries at the moment. So that could be part of it. I also associate sunflowers with nostalgia, which is really interesting. Nostalgia and inspiration at the same time. So maybe there's something from the past that's coming back around. Or that you're being asked to like revisit that energy in whatever way that is. Because I actually feel like, Aquarius, if there's been something that you've been like stuck on, or if there's something that you've been trying to figure out but you can't figure it out, or it's just feeling like some sort of change needs to be made, the answer to that dilemma is in the past in some way. And it could have something to do with like missing somebody, or like it could be loss in some way, especially with the Six of Cups. Like it feels kind of like like I don't know why childhood best friend keeps coming through, or like your first best friend, whoever that was. Absolutely, that those type of people are definitely soulmates. It's kind of feeling like that, but then it's coming through with this feeling of like having lost, like having grown apart from this person, or like it's coming through like that, right? Like this feeling of like a really close relationship that ended up growing apart or something like that. And so it that's where that sort of like sourness or like bitterness or like unpleasant emotional energy is coming through, but there's so much like positivity there as well that can be gained, or that you can see the benefit of how much you've grown from that experience. So it doesn't have to be inner child, right? It's just feeling like past energy in whatever way. But I feel like it is something where it's like it has to do with another soulmate, whether it was romantic or not. It could be just something where it's like this person taught you things and you learned from them, and they also learned from you, and it felt like there's like karmic lessons that you were meant to go through together, whoever this relationship is with. That's how it's feeling. It could be with the Queen of Wands energy. Aquarius, I feel like there's something here about like your fire that you've lost a little bit. Like it's kind of feeling like having to like reclaim some sort of fire, or like inspiration, passion, drive. Mars will be moving into Virgo in June, like late June. So that might be an interesting shift in energy for you. Right now it's in Leo, which is of course your opposite. So there may be again a bit of like resistance from Mars energy, which is perhaps impacting like your drive, your motivation, your passion, your physical body in some way, maybe experiencing some sort of frustration with this Mars and Leo energy, and perhaps that'll shift into something a bit easier for you once it moves into Virgo, which is like June 16th or something like that. There was a Taurus reading that I did where this Queen of Wands energy came through, and it's wanting to come through. So I'll link it above. It was called Sunflowers in Amsterdam. The show Ted Lasso might have a message in there for you or something like that. So there may be something like that. Maybe you just need a break. Maybe you need to go revisit some past energy and get some sort of new inspiration. But I feel like there's resistance there. It does feel like that. Perhaps shame. You have Tower at the bottom of the deck. But this is something where it's like a really old memory of something. That's what this Tower represents. Like something that's no longer in use, something that has been abandoned, something that is just taking up space. So it's better to demolish it and reuse the energy. That's how it's coming through. So there is something from the past that I feel like maybe you've been holding on to, or I don't know if it's like, it just feels like you don't want to go there. You would rather not awaken any ghosts. Like that's how it's coming through. Very interesting, Aquarius. But I do feel like there is some sort of inspiring energy that is there for you to reclaim the world. Yeah. The world. Closing out a cycle. Yeah, closing out a cycle. Which is always so interesting because the book that this man is reading looks like a children's book, right? It could have something to do with that inner child, or if there are children in your life, like it could have something to do with them as well. Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Can I get one more card for Aquarius? I feel like this is about closing out a cycle. And you have Three of Wands. And then the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Yeah. I think that there is some... Okay, so you have Hermit and the Chariot. And then the Moon. And Judgment. 10 of Cups. Empress at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Yeah. I feel like there's a Queen of Wands who's waiting for you. Whatever that means, I don't know. It kind of feels like this is a past energy, whatever it is. There's resistance to going towards or going back to this energy or revisiting it in some way. There's resistance there. But if and when, I feel like it's a matter of when, Aquarius, when you revisit this energy, there's a Queen of Wands who has been waiting for you to close out this cycle. That's how it's coming through. Like, it does feel kind of like getting closure on something. And then it's like this is, once you do that, it's like your manifestation or whatever it is that you've been waiting for, it arrives, right? Like, that's how it's feeling. It's like you need this one piece, whatever it is, the Ace of Wands, because it's all Wands cards, right? 7, Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, the World is major, and then 3 of Wands, right? Like, that's how it's feeling. That there is something here where it's like, if a manifestation hasn't been coming through, it's because you need to get closure about something from the past, because it feels like something where it's like, I feel like maybe, Aquarius, there's been something where you've been feeling defensive is how it's coming through with the 7 of Wands, like defensive in the sense of defending, like having your guard up maybe, or pushing back against something, or like resisting something that actually would be really good for you. So it's kind of like all of your energy, like your fiery energy or your inspiration, your passion, your Mars energy has been being channeled into sort of like defending yourself. That's how it's coming through. That could also be a Mars and Cancer energy. So it's kind of like, if there's been something where like your manifestations haven't been coming through in the way that you want them to or whatever, it's like you've been using a lot of energy to defend yourself against something, when really the better use of your energy would be to I heard the word confront, but that's the thing though. That doesn't feel right, because I feel like you are expecting a fight in some way. That's how it feels, Aquarius. Like, it feels kind of like you're expecting a fight, or you're expecting like a situation in which you have to defend yourself, when I feel like that's not the case, because I feel like there's something here where it's like the Queen of Wands has actually been waiting for you. Like, it's kind of feeling like that. Like, it's something where it's like you feel like you need to defend yourself when really you don't. That's how it's feeling. Like, you don't have to defend yourself. There's no conflict is actually how it's coming through, but you may be imagining that there's a conflict, or that there's issues, or that there's something where it's like you're going to have to defend yourself, or you're defensive, or feeling defensive, or feeling resistant towards this. And I feel like that's not the case. It's like your energy would be better used. Like, look at the difference between these two cards, because I feel like there's something here where it's like you're currently in the 7 of Wands, but you want to be in the 3 of Wands, where it's like you're waiting for your ships to come in. There's this energy here though, Aquarius, where it's almost like you're removing yourself from something that I feel like would actually be really beneficial for you. Because I feel like it's something where it's like you're either like expecting a fight. A fight might be too extreme of a word, but you know, like when fiery energy gets sort of riled up, or like expecting there to be conflict, or expecting there to be an argument or something like that. when I feel like that's not what's gonna happen, I don't know. It's like, and you have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, which again is Virgo energy. So when Mars moves into Virgo, and you have the Chariot and the Moon, there's so many majors underneath here. There could be something about Cancer season, which is July. Okay. Because the Queen of Wands, when they're in alignment, is very creative, is very warm, is very inviting and attractive, and like has a lot of manifestational potential as well. So maybe there's something you need from the Queen of Wands. Because it feels like Aquarius, they're like it's maybe not need, but maybe this is sort of something where it's like, and the Queen of Wands doesn't have to, it does feel like a person, but it doesn't have to necessarily be that. It could be something where it's like, even like you're watching something on TV or, you know, on YouTube or something, and this Queen of Wands could be like somebody that you're watching as being like a source of inspiration or something, but maybe there's something where it's like you are resistant to that for whatever reason. Okay. I'm gonna pull a tea leaf. Tea leaf. A wish will not be granted. Broken wishbone. Okay, sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start. Yeah, okay. And that's coming out under the Ace of Wands. I feel like there's something here, Aquarius, with the Seven of Wands. That's the broken wishbone, where I feel like there's something where it's like you just don't want to get involved in something. That's how it's coming through. Or like you don't want to enmesh your energy in this again, or like it's kind of coming through like that. But it's feeling like something where it's coming through as like a defensiveness. Like it's not like perhaps being very highly protective of yourself or something like that. That wish is not going to be granted, because I feel like there's something here where it's like it's an Ace of Wands. It's a new creative ideas and new ventures and a fresh start. That's what you're going towards. But I feel like there's fear about the past. That's what it feels like. I don't know if this is a past thing, but there is fear about the past, or like fear again is not quite the right word. It's feeling like defensiveness or caution from like what the past but I feel like this is not the past. This is not repeating a cycle. It's new with the Ace of Wands. It's a new cycle. You're not repeating the past. But it may feel like that. That might be something that you need to clear and release, like energy from the past that you may still be holding on to. Okay. Dark woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. And this is coming out under the Queen of Wands. So it does feel like there's a feminine energy who may or may not have dark hair. It's just like, that's just a card. It probably is, but anyways. I feel like there is a feminine energy on the other side of whatever this is. This broken wishbone is making me laugh a little bit, just because I'm getting a bit of like, maybe you are hermiting a little bit, or like it does feel kind of like this, resistance, Seven of Wands, like trying to keep something at bay. It's not gonna work is how it's feeling. you trying to keep something at bay is not gonna work, and it's not serving you, and I feel like it's like draining your energy in some way. Like it's not helping you to be defensive about this. Okay, the world. A new beginning. It's birth or conception of a child or enterprise, which is coming out under the world, which is really interesting. Whatever this thing is, it does feel like very challenging to you, Aquarius, for whatever reason. It's feeling challenging because it's like you're trying to keep something at bay. And it's like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Because this is going to bring about closure of a past cycle with the world. And it's also a new beginning. And I feel like there's some sort of new enterprise or new, a new beginning. Whether or not it's a child or something else, it doesn't have to be. It just feels like the birth of something. And it feels kind of like a manifestation that has been on hold. Like maybe it's something where it's like you've been trying to keep a manifestation at bay. Like some sort of manifestation at bay. Like maybe you don't feel ready for something. It's like this is I don't want to say inevitable, but it does feel kind of like it's not something that you can hold back for very long. Because I almost feel like Aquarius, some aspect of this is like holding back your own creativity or holding back your own passion or holding back your own desires or something like that. With the Ace of Wands, like holding back your own inspiration. It's like you can't hold that back for very long. That's how it's feeling. And once you let it go, because I feel like there is something here where it's almost like you're restraining yourself, that's not going to be sustainable. Okay. Three of Wands. The casket. Interesting. Someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Because you have all of this new, but at the same time, I do feel like you are leaving something behind. But the end of a situation, right? Like with the world is an ending. And then you have the tower here, but this is a tower about solid foundations and success with effort. And the dolphin and the beetle at the bottom of the deck. And you have the rooster as well. I feel like they're... Okay. Maybe Aquarius, you've been holding back some sort of ending. Like you don't want something to end. That could also be part of the nostalgia. It's like but it's like something where it's like you're prolonging an ending for fear of what the new energy is. Like fear of the new. It could be, or fear of the unknown, or like something like that. But it's kind of like you're holding yourself back. And I feel like the ending of whatever it is that you've been in is something where it's like it needs to end in order for the new to come in, because the new can't come in until the end has been finished, right? Like that's how it's coming through. You need closure of this ending before the new thing comes to be, right? Like that's just how it's looking to me in the cards. So there is something about a broken wishbone that's coming through, about like maybe there's something here where it's like you want the new beginning, but at the same time you're still holding on to the old. I don't know if you can keep both. That's how it's coming through. I don't know if you will want to. Okay. Aquarius. Yeah. The fox and the elk. Very interesting. Is that your energy? This is a partnership energy. Especially, okay, so maybe you're the Queen of Wands, right? Just take it how it resonates for you. Perhaps you're the Queen of Wands. Perhaps you're this masculine energy. Just take it how it resonates. But the fox and the elk both come in with this energy of like a really good partner, right? Like they're always there. They're very supportive, very loyal. Okay, hold on. Yeah, this is like the elk is like the King of Pentacles, stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. Earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many changes. The elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold these values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. Yeah. It does feel kind of like there's a partnership energy coming through here. Because the fox, it also says smart, strong partner or mate, and wise teacher. Skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for the long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. There's something here. Aquarius, I feel like you're being asked to step into this role of the fox and the elk, to be a good partner to someone. That's how it's coming through. So it could be Queen of Wands. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic. Whatever this is, this could be in business. This could be a friendship or whatever it is. It's like you're coming through with this very like powerful, loyal, masculine energy to a Queen of Wands who has perhaps been needing support in something. Like that's how it's feeling. But I feel like for you, there's something here where it's like holding yourself back. That's how it feels for whatever reason. But it's like resistant to an ending is just how it's coming through. I don't know. But there's, because I feel like there's some sort of change that's happening, or there's some sort of like temporary illusion that is sort of preventing you from seeing clearly, is how it's coming through. Like a temporary illusion that is like coming through as being like a mask or an illusion over what is like actually happening. So there may be something where it's like you have to like see through the illusion, or trust in what you're not seeing. That's how it's coming through. Like trust in the unknown. There is a bit of that. It's kind of coming through as like having to surrender a bit of control, because there's something here that you're not seeing clearly, or that there's like an ending, or like the momentum of something that feels like it's not within your control. Okay. Yeah. Queen of Wands. The tiger. And the bee also came out. Because this is divine feminine energy here with the Queen of Wands. The tiger, this is the Queen of Wands. So I don't know, there's so much fire in your reading today, Aquarius, which may be uncomfortable for you just because you're air, of course. I feel like there's something here where it's like Yeah. There may be just there the Queen of Wands. This is the Queen of Wands. I keep trying to say tiger, but it just keeps coming through as Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very comfortable in darkness, is how it's coming through. They're very comfortable in the unknown. Again, this could be you. Just flip it, take it how it resonates. But the Queen of Wands is also coming through as someone who's very intuitive, but one where it's like they may not be sharing everything just yet, or there's something where it's like they're testing the waters of something. I actually feel like whatever it is, it's like the Queen of Wands, whoever this is for you, you have the lion and the bear and the cosmic egg at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this is your energy, Aquarius. You're you're coming out with kings with this, right? Like the king of fire, king of earth, major completion, crown, cosmic egg energy, where it feels kind of like there's a Queen of Wands who's putting out a particular vibration, like here with the bee and the tiger. It's like, it's almost like somebody who's like attracting the perfect partner. That's how it's coming through, and it's activating you. That's how it's feeling here with the elk, like all of this fire sort of in the crown. So you may be getting a lot of synchronicities and downloads about this. Like if you haven't met this person yet, again, it doesn't have to be romantic. This reading feels like it can apply in many different ways, like in many different aspects in your life. So just take it how it resonates. Pay especially attention to wherever you have Aquarius in your chart as well. Because if it's in your Venus, for example, then it may be romantic. Just keep that in mind. Anyways, Queen of Wands is putting out a particular vibration of wanting to create something. The bee and the crib. There's some sort of new enterprise that could have to do with work here with the bee. It doesn't have to do with work necessarily. It doesn't have to be necessarily work related. It could be something where it's like their collaboration, right? Like working together. It could have something to do with like joy or purpose or something like that. There's somebody who's putting out a particular vibration of like, I need someone to help me with this, or to support me with this, or to be a partner in this, or to build this with me. And they're just waiting, is just how it's coming through. And in some way it's activating you, Aquarius, but I feel like you have been resisting this call, is just how it's feeling. You've been resisting it because I feel like there's something here where it's like you don't want to get involved in something like this again, is just how it's feeling, because I feel like there was something from the past for you that ended in a way that was sour, or like it didn't end well, or just left a bad taste in your mouth. So the feeling of getting involved with that again is difficult. There's resistance to it. There's healing that's needed, perhaps. But this is not repeating a cycle, because you're coming out with kings, where I feel like it's like you've reached some level of mastery. You've learned all the lessons that you need to learn, and you're not going to repeat the same mistakes that you did in the past, right? This is going to end differently than it did in the past. That's how it's coming through. So work through your resistance to this, Aquarius, because it feels kind of like you've been holding yourself back from something that feels like something that would bring you closure, or would complete a really major cycle for you, or like allow your manifestations to start coming in again. Like it's coming through like that. Don't resist this. Okay, one last card for Aquarius. Yeah, okay. Integrating and informing. I feel like the integrating energy is something where it's like you're healing something. You're integrating the lessons that you learned from the past. Okay, informing. Your informing pathway is always sensing for information that you cannot physically see. It is concerned with what is beyond the human physical sense, what lies behind what your eye and brain perceive. This pathway is not concerned with the literal words, actions, resources, beliefs, systems, or structures in the world. It is concerned with the energy underlying them. Is it expansive or contracting? Is it based in fear or love? Is it limiting or expanding your connection to higher frequencies and energy fields? Two people can feel into the same circumstance and come up with different answers to these questions. Your job is to honor your alignment and allow others to honor theirs. You know in your bones that you are a powerful creator, but you live in a world that can both affirm and deny that power. Stretch into your expansion. Go gently into the highest possibility of your existence, that you're here for a reason and that the spark of purpose within you is yours to protect and nourish. You do this by feeding that spark. You get to see it, believe it, and transform your vision accordingly. Nourish it. Refine what informs your vision, because a limited world with limited possibilities isn't it. Okay. Yeah, informing. It's about seeing what is the underlying energy of a situation. And I feel like it's expansive. It does feel expansive. All of this energy feels really good. But there's something here of like, it feels like defending a broken wishbone. Okay. I don't know what that is. Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.